What's up, fellow YouTubers? So, I added some more touches to the staff I'm working on. As soon as it's done drying on the paint, I'm going to apply some Mod Podge to it. Right now I'm trying to sharpen my staff making skills for Etsy. There's a big market for them. The more expensive ones, I've seen staffs go for $100, and that's usually what I sell mine for. And there's a reason why, because making a quality staff takes time. I trimmed the excess off the leather, put a couple spots of black and green here and there, and it's looking nice, dude. But we're not here to talk about that. I get so sick and tired of this stereotype that men are just emotionless pigs. That's partly true because some men are like that and because society expects men to be like that in general. Hypothetical, let's say you have a dude and a chick and they're dating, and hypothetical, let's say something or someone she cares about died or she lost something, whatever, and freaking, instead of comforting her, all he said was, oh, shit happens. Didn't even bother to cuddle her, comfort her, console her. I mean, yeah, shit does happen, but that's so beside the fucking point, YouTube. Time and time again, I've heard women complain about how men need to be more in tune with their emotions. That's because men are not generally emotional by nature, we're more physical. However, just because men are more physical doesn't mean they can't be in touch with their emotional side. Just because society says, well, you're a pussy if you're a man who shows emotions. It's bullshit, YouTube. Now this is what happens, okay? Ask yourself, how would it feel to be in your girlfriend's shoes? Okay? It's not that complicated. I mean, this stereotype that guys are idiots. This stereotype that guys are dumb. Well, that stereotype exists because of the assholes, YouTube. I tell you what. What does this have to do with anything? Nothing in particular. Just wanted to make a gender relations video for YouTube because I myself struggle with the dating scene, and I'm a famous YouTuber. I got some gorgeous biceps and I respect women. So I don't see how the fuck I'm single. But when I look at the dating scene, I'm like, oh, that's why. Because women and men are assholes to each other, so if I want a girlfriend of my own, women have a hard time trusting men because of past experiences. And you look at the way I dress, And I'm not trying to play the excuse card, but autism also has something to do with it. There are some women who just, they don't know how to take it. They're like, oh, this guy's autistic, so That's when I learned to work on myself and better myself as a person so that my autism isn't as recognizable. And I've gotten better at that too, because there are some people, when they find out, they're just like, oh, well, I had no idea. Man, I just get so pissed off with the dating scene bullshit anymore. It's not necessarily mine, but like if I go to a bar or walk around town and I hear someone bitching on their cell phone about it, I don't mean to like eavesdrop, but when you're walking by and the person's pissed off and they're having a heated conversation about it, you tend to pick up what they're saying. And you saw my outside video earlier. I went for a little walk. I don't necessarily support Trump. I'm not necessarily entirely against him. He did make a couple things happen, like hemp farming became legal, which it should have been a long time ago. But here's my stance on it before you flip out and call me a sexist pig and a racist. The radical Trump supporters make Trump look bad in general, just as much as these radical Democrats who are smacking the hats off his supporters' heads make their party look bad. Racism and sexism aside, politics aside. I don't care if you support Trump or not. That's just your choice as an American citizen. However, Trump and Trump supporters get a bad name because of the radical assholes that support him, and that's no different than the radical assholes that harass Trump supporters for wearing a hat. And it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, granted, yes, it's pretty freaking immature when you have adults acting like grade schoolers because they disagree on politics. And when people are seeing all this crap go off on the news, how incredibly sensitive people are these days, and how politically divided we are, you mention the word politics, and everyone just goes, And if you're going to get judged for being a Trump supporter, people just assume you're radical or racist or sexist or any of the above. And this is the thing of it. People are allowed to have a political opinion, and like I said in my outside video earlier, if you can't discuss politics with someone without getting super pissed off, then maybe you shouldn't talk politics with that person, because it makes life a little bit easier. It's not just in real life, too. I see people fighting about politics on social media, and it's so fucking dumb. Instead of having a discussion about the issues in our society, we're going to argue over political beliefs. It's so fucking stupid. This whole time we got this goddamn pandemic, fucking coronavirus bullshit. Instead of focusing on, hey, what can we do to help each other in this time of quarantine and crisis, we're going to sit here and argue whether or not Trump's a good president. And it's like, well, that's just so typical of our society. Like I said earlier, people blame the president for everything. That's how it is. And it's just like, I'm not supporting him or against him. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Chilling like a rock star villain. Trump cannot control what people do. Just because Trump's racist and sexist and it makes other people feel more comfortable about that kind of thing and them acting like it, that's as far as it goes, like I said earlier. you know. Trump cannot control whether or not people are sexist and racist. If people are sexist and racist, then there's a problem with our society. And blaming one person for our society's problems, that's a scapegoat. That's like saying, oh, MTV corrupted the youth. They were so respectful and polite, and now... Maybe because kids are just assholes, and when they get to that stage of they want to rebel and piss off authority, it has nothing to do with MTV or any of that crap. It's just, you get to a certain age, and that's just how it is. But going back to the dating scene bullshit, here's the thing of it, YouTube. If you want to have a healthier relationship, ask yourself, how would it feel to be in your other half's shoes? Like, literally, within the last 2 to 3 days, I've watched relationship bullshit from various different sources. I'm not going to say where, when, how, why, or what, but I will say this, it's sad. It's ridiculous. And when you're dealing with those kinds of situations, if you can be supportive in any way, shape, or form, make some kind of difference that helps for the better, then why not do it? You know, when you hear strangers bitching about their problems out loud to someone else on a cell phone, you tend to think, hey, you know what? This will make for a really good discussion on YouTube. Another gender relations video. Oh my god, Cobra. He's so spurging over gender relations. Now the only reason most women don't give me a chance is because I dress goth and thuggish. It comes off as intimidating, and that's the cold truth of it. People have often said, well, if that's the case, then why not dress differently? And my argument to that is, I shouldn't have to be afraid to dress myself and risk judgment from others. But the sad truth of it is, it doesn't matter how you dress. You're going to get judged for whatever you do. We live in a judgmental society. People see you rolling up in a raggedy-ass car, backfiring, shit's falling off of it. But it gets you from point A to point B, so you're not complaining. And people look at you and go, that dude's got a piece of shit car. But meanwhile, their dumbass doesn't even have a car, so who the fuck are they to talk? They're sitting there taking the public bus because they can't afford fucking insurance. You got these goddamn fashion magazines in the goddamn grocery stores telling you, this is what's in this summer season. Fuck what's in. Dress how you want to fucking dress. If you're struggling with the dating scene, oh shit, excuse me. If you're struggling with the dating scene, wait patiently, cultivate yourself, and do stuff to improve gender relations. You wait patiently, you cultivate yourself to make yourself the better version of yourself, and on top of it, you do what you can to improve gender relations for the healthier good of it. You would be amazed at how easier dating becomes when everyone's doing that. If every single person did that, all of a sudden dating would take on a whole new aspect. People wouldn't be sitting there going, well, you women and you're bullshitting, well, you men and you're bullshit, you know? You want to have a conversation about improving gender relations? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I don't know what else to say at this point, YouTube. You know, I sound like a broken record on YouTube bitching about it at this point. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching the night video, and I'm gonna continue to fight for gender equality and improving gender relations. Even if I don't have an of-age girlfriend of my own, we can still do things to make a difference. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching the night video. If you like this kind of content, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you cool cobras later.